Welcome back to video 4. What is your end game? So far, you've learned what video content marketing is. You know why you must know your audience, and you know who your ICA is, and you know the keys to good content. In this video, we'll talk about the end goals of video content marketing. I'll introduce you to the 3 people you'll interact with during your sales process. I also go over what the heck a sales funnel is and why you need it. And last but not least, I'll tell you the call you must make in order to be profitable. Whether you're just starting your business today or looking for new ways to market your brand, the ultimate end goal is growth. Let's be honest, no one wants to be stagnant in their business. So today we're going to talk about growing your followers and growing your sales. Because in the end, if it's not making money, then it's just a hobby. You may be wondering, how do I achieve this growth? And the answer to that question is all in your sales funnel. So what is a sales funnel? A sales funnel is basically your roadmap to get into your end goal. This is how I go from saying, hello, my name is Trinae, and I help women cultivate joy and clarity in their lives through crafting, to saying, thank you for purchasing my e-course. The process contains 3 tiers, which is defined by 3 particular roles. In every funnel, we begin with leads. A lead is anyone who becomes aware of your brand. And at this point in the sales process, your main objective is to introduce your brand. You basically want people to know you are here and to know what you do. One common mistake in this stage of the process is not knowing your audience. Therefore, you don't know where to look for leads. Think of it this way. You wouldn't try to sell designer handbags in the unemployment line, because the leads that you will meet will not be at a point in their lives where they could afford to spend money on luxury items. I've been unemployed before. During that time, I was not trying to buy a Chanel bag or, something like that. So if you make this mistake, you'll end up not being able to turn your leads into prospects. So what's the second step? You guessed it, turning leads into prospects. So as you can see from the diagram, the amount of leads significantly decreases when you move into prospects. And that's okay, because everyone isn't interested in what you have to sell. But for the few people who are, your first objective is to inform and to educate them. Let's take an example. If Kate decides to give you a few seconds of her time, then your duty as a content marketer is to teach her something. Now, you don't just want to teach her any old thing, because after all, you are marketing, but you want to educate her on something that adds value to her life, but it also has to be something that benefits you as the marketer. So if you are a spa owner, you might want to educate her on how to prepare for a massage. Not gonna lie, the first time I went to a massage parlor, I don't know, that sounds kind of gross calling it a massage parlor, but to the spa. The first time I went to the spa, I looked up what steps I needed to take to prepare. I honestly wanted to know if I had to take off all my clothes or if I could keep my undies on. I looked that up. I Googled that. And a content marketer provided me the answers to that question. Now, if your first obligation to your prospects is to educate them on something, then naturally the second step is to allow them to process the information that you have given them. That's why in this part of the sales process, we want to inform and educate, and then allow the prospect to evaluate. This allows them to decide if they like us. Think about your own personal shopping experiences. You're not giving your money to people who you don't like or to brands that you don't like. I'll give you an example from my life. My car needed some repairs and I was at the mechanic, and of course he was telling me what was wrong with the car. He didn't lie to me. He told me exactly what was wrong with the car and what needed to be fixed. However, he was fast talking me. He didn't give me time to make my decision. He was being very pushy. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait. No, no, thank you. Now, eventually, I end up getting the exact same repairs that he recommended done to my car. However, I didn't use him because I didn't like him. And I know this sounds bad, but I didn't like the way he made me feel as a consumer. I was afraid that he was just trying to take advantage of me because he was fast talking me. And I just didn't like him. So I took my money somewhere else, even though he gave me good content. The sales process and the way he made me feel was off. So I stayed a prospect for him and I went somewhere else and became a customer. As you've probably guessed by now, the last step in the sales process is to turn prospects into customers. But this can't happen unless you, the marketer, make a call to action. No way around it. You have to close the deal and ask your prospects to commit to becoming customers. You have to ask them to join your list. You have to ask them to buy your product. And if they trust you, then they are more likely to fork over their money or their email address and invest in you, because we invest in the people that we know and that we like. And that brings us to a common mistake in this part of the sales process. And that brings us to a common mistake in this part of the sales process, which is violating the trust of our prospects and our customers. If you're selling a book and you tell me this book's $5 and I get to the register and all I have in my hand in this book and you say, okay, that would be $50, you have violated my trust. You have not been transparent with me. And honestly, I'm thinking that you're kind of shady, and I'm going to say, you know what? You keep your book. This happens all the time. Or it could be an example where I buy your product, you tell me something is going to work and it doesn't. And I come back and I say this product doesn't work for me, or it just doesn't work at all. And you say, well, that's your problem. And you had like a money back guarantee and it's my problem and you don't want to give me a refund, then you basically just stop that person from becoming a repeat customer. So it's very important that we respect our customers and that we honor the trust that they are giving us and that we hold that as a sacred relationship. Now that you have a general understanding of sales funnels, I'm going to walk you through my own personal funnel that I use for growing my brand. So I start off with my leads, and I capture leads by posting projects to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all of that good stuff. And what I do is when I post my pictures and stuff, I make sure that they have a link that goes back to my YouTube channel. Now, if someone clicks that link, they can watch the full length video of how I made that particular project. After watching videos, they may say, okay, I like her, I like the personality, I like what she makes. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to her channel. Now they keep watching videos and then they see one of my videos where I offer them free weekly scrapbooking prompts delivered right to their mailbox. All they have to do is sign up for my mailing list. And that is where they have to make a commitment and decide whether they want to opt into my list. And that's how my brand continues to grow. Now, if you're thinking, well, Trinae, they subscribe to your YouTube channel, why do you want them on the list? That's because I don't own YouTube. At any given day, YouTube can say, we're kicking you off, we're closing your channel, and I have no way to reach out to those folks. However, if YouTube decides that they no longer want me on their platform and they give me the boot, I at least have all these mailing lists where I can say, hey, here's my new location. You can watch my videos here. And that gives me a little bit of control. So that's why I consider my brand growth based on the numbers that I have on my mailing list instead of the numbers that I have on my different social media platforms. They both are important. However, one gives me a little bit more control than the other. Okay, so now let's look at a funnel that is geared towards sales growth. So just like the other funnel, I post a video with a preview to Instagram. Let's say my ICA Kate clicks on the link. She watches my videos and she subscribes because she likes me. She wants to know a little bit more about me. Then Kate decides, okay, I am going to opt into her mailing list. From there, Kate receives my weekly scrapbooking prompts, and then one day she receives my offer or my call to action to purchase my e-course. She goes to my sale page, she likes the e-course, and she buys it. That's how she went from becoming a lead to a prospect to a customer. All right, so if you are the type that don't have any particular products to sell, then you probably are in this for personal branding. So let's take the good old example of applying for jobs, because you're a professional and you need other people to see you as a professional. So what do? You go out and you send resumes and you apply for jobs. However, that's not enough. Everybody does that, right? When your potential employee sees your resume, they're going to see a link that has your eFolio. They're going to go to it, click it, and guess what? They're going to see an awesome video, which you wanted. So they're going to say, this video is so awesome. I want to meet this person in my office. They call you in for an interview. You interview with them. They are blown away. However, they have to interview other people and they have to evaluate you against other people. However, they like you. And then they decide to give you a job offer. The cool thing about sales funnels is that although we think of it as a business concept, it can be applied into so many different areas of our life. A lot of people don't think of just applying for a job as a process that needs a funnel. However, it is, because you are selling your level of expertise to another individual. The same thing goes with some of your hobbies and interests. You're trying to sell other people on it. Whether you're trying to get your wife to go fishing with you and you're trying to sell her on how much fun fishing is going to be, or you're trying to sell your children to eating their vegetables. It is my hope that this video has shed some light about sales funnels and that you have a better understanding of them. Now, if you have a sales funnel already, then great, you're one step ahead. However, if you don't worry. So let's talk about what you've learned in this video. First, you know how to select the right end games for your marketing strategy. I have introduced you to the 3 people you'll interact with while marketing. You have working knowledge of what a sales funnel is, and you know how it fits into your video content marketing strategy. And last but not least, you understand why you must make a call to action and how they will impact your profit goals. Up next, we're talking creating your videos. Yay! The entire reason you signed up for this course is going to be fun. I'll see you there.